Hello everyone, it is Chris here, and I am playing an interesting game right now. I wouldn't even call it a game, it's more of a simulator, more of a sandbox. I'm playing something that's called Space Engine, and what this is it's a universe sandbox. So basically, you're given free control of the universe. Right now, I'm at something a little bit familiar to us, a little bit homely, Earth. But as you can see right here, you can zoom in, you can go all over. You can even go down to the planet itself if you really want to. I'm just going to there's a command here that I haven't selected because I have to select a planet to do that. So we can actually go to ground if you want, but however the textures aren't all that great because well, for some reason for the planets that we already have, it's not very good with the textures. But with this thing here, you can go to different parts of the solar system if you really want to. Like this one's for Saturn, but let's go to say Jupiter. We can do that. We can go out there to one of these planets, and it gives this really great zoom in sort of feature there that you can go in there. It gives you all the statistics over here about like the planet, the class, the rotation, orbital speed. You can actually earn quite a lot from this. This is a pretty good educational tool. Like if you have like a day or so to burn and you just sit here and go through all this. You have Jupiter, you can go to all of its moons as well. Like what's this over here? This is Io. So we can zoom in on that and see more about that. I mean, for closer objects, obviously the zoom in won't be quite as substantial, but it's really cool. All the stuff that you can check out, and like there's Io right there. You can see all the volcanic activity there on the moon itself, all the discolored areas, you know, where there's a lot of volcanic material that's constantly being spewed out. And we can just turn around here and Jupiter itself is there, but however we're seeing the back end. Actually, we can just barely make out some of the rings around the planet, because Jupiter actually does have rings, but they're just not all that noticeable. So that's actually really cool that we can see that. And yeah, I've actually never seen Jupiter's rings from this sort of angle. I've got the settings on it so that there's a realistic looking a brightness. So if the sun's out there, it can eclipse the other stars. But if I turn away, there's a whole lot more. And that's where this game really shines. Let's go to the stars out there and let's see what cool stuff is waiting for us out there. So as we select a star, you can actually leave the solar system itself and go out there. So this is like a Star Trek sort of warp. You can see smaller stars that are going past us all the time. So let's see, we're going to 10 LMI or HD 82653, and it looks like this is a rather unstable sort of yellow giant. Let's see what sort of planets that we have in here. So you can actually check out the planets. There's different types of planets, like selenas, which are rocky bodies, deserts, which might have an atmosphere but are don't get very much moisture. Gas giants, more deserts, and we have titans, which are made out of hydrocarbons. So let's go out of curiosity to 10 LMI4, the temperate desert. As you can see here, it gives all the interesting things here. One of the things I like to do is I like to check out the stats and check to see just how well human life would be suited here. Like you have the it takes 13 years for it to orbit the planet, but it takes 14 hours for it to rotate on its axis, so a 14-hour day. Gravity is actually quite good. It's actually kind of similar here, but the temperature is, I forget Kelvin, but I think that's within a livable range here. It gives age, tilt, oblateness. Now, does it have any moons? I don't even know. Yes, we have 2 moons, a cool desert. So, two desert bodies, and this one is much smaller. This is 1/10 of the mass of Earth, and it's about half the size of Earth as well. And atmospheric pressure is not good, not very good. So I don't think human life would be very well suited for this. But you saw what I was trying to do on Earth, but you can see this area here, and unlike Earth, you can actually get much closer here. And as I get closer, you can see that little progress bar that goes on there. So we're actually in the atmosphere of the planet. And this is where the planet will actually start to build itself up. This is a procedurally generated game. There's actually nothing in here that was it was pre-planned. It's all code. So you can see the ground start to come into view here. Well, this is a desert though, so I'm not really sure that it was anything special, but let's see if there are some mountains around here, or if it's just a relatively flat surface. So you can see a little bit of deviation in here. Let's go back to the... Actually, let's go into space. Let's go to another solar system. You could literally spend hours doing this. Another star system, actually. It's not a solar system. Jeez. Where are we gonna go? Isn't that the question? Look, there's a galaxy over there. It's Andromeda. We'll actually focus on that later. But right now, let's see. Let's pick something else. Just pick something at random. See what's there. Any sort of planet that you, any sort of system you want to go to. Of course, I'm looking. Oh, there's a binary system. So let's check this out. Frozen Ice World, HIP 2821. I've actually used Universe Simulator for images for planets because I'm a writer and I like to do science fiction stuff. And this is a gold mine if you actually want to use planet images. Because from a distance it looks quite believable, and you have the star, both the stars there. A white main sequence star and an orange dwarf. So you can actually do more. There's more than binaries. You can have trinaries and all that. Oh, check this out. This is a warm Oceania. Now, Oceania planets are interesting. And hold on just a minute, please. Okay, I'm back, but I'm not sure for how long. I know I'm just supposed to receive another phone call. But anyways, like I was talking about, there's another class of planets that are called Oceanias. Oceanias. Now, Oceanias are essentially water planets that are mostly, if not all, water. And these planets are hypothesized to exist. In fact, a couple of them are hypothesized to exist close to our solar system. Now, Oceanias, like I said, mostly water, and are usually have very dense atmospheres and a lot of temperatures because of the actual, you know, the planetary conditions. This one has an orbital period of 20 years, has an 11-hour day, so it's almost twice as short as ours. Let's go down to the surface and see what we can see. You know, see, haha. And like I told you, mostly water. And we're about 10 meters off the ground, so, oh, we can even flip upside down. Isn't that something? Now it's still loading, that's why some of the CPU is a little bit sluggish. Now, oh, I'm already got this. Now what sort of moons? These are mostly Selenas. Now I'll give you an opportunity to check out the Selenas here. This is going to be a longer episode, so you can see what I'm talking about here. Now Selenas are pretty much the same thing as what our moon is. Let's go down here. Let's actually go to one of the craters so you can see the mountains that can form in this game. Whoa, hang on. Let's lower speed a little bit. It's down to 200 kilometers a second. Too low. There we go. So now we're on the surface of 2821's moon, A4's moon. So this is the 7th moon apparently. And as you can see here, as the game loads up, it'll actually animate. It'll actually make up the surface of the moon itself, which I think is kind of cool. And we got some little bit of slowdowns here, but this was neat. But there's still one thing we still need to get. See, look at that. We can actually animate all of the mountain ranges here, and it actually looks kind of realistic. Like if we were to orbit this, it would kind of sort of almost be like what an astronaut would feel. Actually, we can do that because now we're in spacecraft mode, and we can do that sort of thing. Now in spacecraft mode, of course, you operate by the laws of physics. So you can slow yourself down a little bit, but you have to make sure that you exert your force that counteracts your motion. So Newton's third law, correct? At the same time, you can use aircraft mode, which I think is a little bit odd because there's no atmosphere here. Let's go down a little bit. The spacecraft mode is still a little bit difficult for me to understand. Oh, we're gonna crash. Hang on. We can save ourselves in free mode. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of a cut here. Hold on a second. Okay, we're back. So that was interesting. That was this moon here in this planetary system. But there's still one type of planet we haven't found yet. And yeah, we're having a little bit of slowdowns here. This doesn't usually happen. I've probably got a whole bunch of stuff working here at the same time. I hope I didn't crash the game, because usually this operates silky smooth for me. Let's see if we can find it. The Holy Grail. And you can just literally click around like this. It's literally random that you'll actually come across a planetary. Oh, we actually found a galaxy. Hang on, we'll do that later. And if you don't like what you see, you can just scroll up like this. Some stars are... Oh, here we go. We found one. We found a planetary system with life. We found a frozen Titan with life. So, we have found a Titan is, like I said, hydrocarbons. It's the same sort of moon as, well, Titan, in which the lakes are probably made of some sort of petroleum or what we would recognize as a fossil fuel. So, literally oceans of gasoline, let's say. So this is a Titan with life. Now it's a special sort of Titan in the sense that there is life here that is marine and terrestrial, but it's unicellular. So what that means is mostly bacterial life. Kind of think about it. This is, well, I haven't seen what one of these Titans look like as we get in there. So is the atmosphere a different color? Is that the sort of thing? Let's figure out. Let's go a little bit closer. Now it's cold here, which is a sure sign of a Titan planet. Whoa, hang on, we've actually gone under the water. Okay, the water textures are slightly different here. Oh, that's land, that's what. And oh wow, mountain just popping up out of the place here. Probably an island chain or something. Interesting. 216 years, and the rotation period is 2.5 days. Look at this land formation. I have no idea what this is, but it's like a barrier island. It's actually quite interesting, to tell the truth. And it goes all over the place. Now, like I said, for life forms, it doesn't actually show us what the life actually is. And this is just one example. Look at this crazy place. You got a hurricane right there in the northern regions. Hurricanes even... Would hurricanes even form on planets like this? I don't even know, to tell the truth. Because a hurricane naturally forms when there's whoa, what happened? When there is warm air masses and cold air masses, but on a planet like that, I mean, it would definitely be cold. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I've had a lot of phone calls lately, and now there's like a big storm heading our way. So I'm gonna be forced inside, so I'm in spacecraft mode now. Spacecraft mode, I imagine, is kind of sort of like Kerbal Space Program, but I'm still not all that familiar with it. And Kerbal Space Program was slightly easier. Oh look, there's a diffuse here, so we can go to a nebula. That's actually the Horse Nebula. So this should be something that should be pretty familiar to people who actively look at space imagery. And Horsehead Nebula is probably one of the most recognizable nebulas that there actually is. So let's see if we can actually find it. So we'll have to circle around here. Now, oh, there it is. There's the horse right there. Now there isn't exactly a whole lot of volume to these diffuses, so you could go in there if you want, but it's not all that spectacular. But let's hang on, we found it. I'm actually lucky I found that again, because one wrong click and you'll never find it again. So, okay, 2 gas giants here. Exotic multicellular life. So multicellular life, those actually animals as we know them on land and in the sea. So you have fish and creatures out there. Now frozen ice giants, exactly the same. And it tends to be in most planets that there is multicellular life. On one planet there's usually multicellular life on other planets in the system. But I want to find a Terra. I want to find a Terra, which is essentially the same sort of planet as Earth is. Oh, wow. Okay, we found one. Hit the mother. There we go. Oh, it's a temperate Oceania with life. Cool ice world. Ice world with life. Oh, that's really cool, actually. So to speak. Now, Oceanias, those are cool, but that's not what I'm looking for. Switch to spacecraft mode again. I actually want to find a Terra, and a cool little game I could probably play. It would probably take a little while. Is that you click on one star, and after you get there, if it doesn't have life, you click on another star, so you go somewhere else. So there was another. Oh, there we go. Yellow dwarf binary. this a Terra? No, hot Oceania. Here we go, temperate Terra with life. So it takes 5 years to orbit, 15 hours to rotate, 15 hours and change. Atmospheric pressure is... gravity's good. Atmospheric pressure is outstanding, though. This place would probably crush you, no problem. Any life that must live here must be hardy as all hell. So let's take a look here. The temperature isn't too bad, though, but the atmospheric pressure is a real killer. Take a look at that. It's actually really cool. I'm actually going to take a screenshot of this. Yeah, it's a Control F11 to take a screenshot that doesn't have the user interface there. So that's really neat. Look at that. It's such an amazing game. Again, it's not a game, but you play around with it a whole lot. So multicellular life, a cool Terra with life. Now cool Terras are slightly different. Oh, check it out. This one's actually ringed. So this is we actually found a planet with a ring around it. Now usually gas giants are the ones with rings, like that one there in the picture. But every so often you'll actually find a terrestrial planet that also has rings. I've actually managed to find. Oh wow, that's really something. That's actually really, really cool. I'm constantly surprised with the stuff that you can find in this game. Hang on, this is definitely worth a picture. And it's really, really cool. Now, another cool thing I found with this is that depending on where you are, they'll actually cast shadows here. This is actually cool because there are 2 shadows here because, of course, it's in a binary star system. So there's 2 different sources of light causing 2 different shadows on the rings. And once again, like, it intensifies if you look at it from here. Let's actually go down to the planet's surface. Can we actually reselect it? No, I'll have to come out here again. And it has a moon too. It's a Selena, so it's the same type of moon that we have. So it's multicellular. There are animals that live here. Where are the rings? Okay. I wonder if we can... Oh, God. Wonder if we can actually see the rings from the surface. And you can see there's actually the shadows of the rings too. I mean, this game is amazing. It's just outstanding. You imagine living on a planet like this, where you see a ring stretch across the sky. You have 2 different sources of light here. That's one of the stars, I believe. That's an orange dwarf. Actually, no. Wow, look at that. That's a different star entirely. I think it is. No, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. That's these are 2 of the same stars. Or is it? Is this here? Yeah, they are the same stars. So, we found 2 different planets with life, and we're gonna close out with another really cool thing. Actually, let's go to Andromeda. And yeah, this game actually allows you to go to different galaxies. So, we check it out. Let's go to, and it'll stretch out there. So that's really, really cool. And if that weren't enough, you can actually go inside the galaxy. So you can actually check out stars that are actually inside a different galaxy entirely. Let's go to this place here. It's a globular cluster. So we're going to check that out. We're running out of time, but I really want you to see just what sort of cool stuff there is. There's another nebula. But you should really, really check out this game. It's called the Space Engine, and it's free. You can find it online. And look at this! Look at this! It's absolutely cool. It's amazing. This sort of stuff here. You could just waste hours of your life just going through this, but at the same time, it's something else entirely. I can't even describe it. There's another globular cluster even thicker here. So anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please check out this game. It's really, really, really cool. It's called Space Engine. Look at it online. Just spend some time with it. It'll really change your perspective on the universe. And this is Actual, and I'm signing off.